Right, so we're back in the 67 Hail Hill YouTube channel. It's me, John, and David this week. Hi, David.
You all right, John?
Yep. And so before we take a look at the transfer window that just slammed shut there on Friday, as for the actual deadline day, it wasn't very exciting to say the least. In fact, it was boring.
It was garbage.
Yep. And we covered it on the site and the 67hailhill.com site. Go down and read all your thoughts about what happened. It wasn't very exciting, but what's your verdict on the transfer window overall?
It was probably not what I hoped it would be.
Mm-hmm.
Probably wasn't what Lennon hoped it would be. And actually, if you look at Lennon's comments, I've got them here at the start of the window. He said, I think there's room for freshening things up and bringing in a little bit of quality and experience. He said, looking at the team, we have 19-year-olds, a couple of 20-year-olds, 21-year-olds. Going forward for the second half, we would like a bit of experience. We didn't sign anyone with any real experience.
No.
We signed Patryk, Klimala and Ismaila, Soro, and I think they're both 21.
They are, yes.
No European experience, I don't think.
No. They have pleed league games. But
They have. That, yeah, I mean, that would be the least you'd expect, though, isn't it? They've played some league games.
Well, we've made some strange signings before that played league games.
Klimala only really came to the fore last season.
Yep.
Soro's had a good year by all accounts with Yehuda. But it's clearly not what Lennon was after. He did say, granted, at the start of the window, you know, if I didn't sign anyone, I'd be happy with the core of the squad. And that's fair enough. He hasn't contradicted himself there. But the work we've done in January does contradict what the manager wanted at the start.
Yep.
Now, granted, we've had these round of fixtures recently which have put such a positive spin on things. I don't think that's a reflection of the work done in the window.
No.
John, I think that's just a case of Rangers starting to bottle things. So if you're asking me thoughts in the window overall, we've kept our strongest players, which is great.
That was very important.
Very important, absolutely. But we've not signed players, we've not signed any proven quality, and there's no guarantees over the boys we have signed.
No.
So we're hopeful, of course, that they come out and be successful, but
what did you make of the players we were linked with on deadline day itself?
Well, there was
Victor
Freeman,
Wanyama and Christian Atsu. I'd say they're the most sort of high profile because there
Yeah,
was
but
other
we-
names in dispatches, but they were the most sort of high
we
profile.
were linked with Benkovic the night before, but that seemed to just disappear.
No, I
on
mean,
deadline
I
day.
think that he was always going to go to Bristol.
Yeah.
I know we were mentioned, but I think Bristol was always... But did you think Wanyama was realistic?
I hoped, just because really what he'd bring to the team. I mean, I see some opinions saying, where does he fit in? He fits anywhere in that pitch that he wants to fit in, to be honest, John. He's an incredible footballer, Wanyama, he really is. And I get this idea about upsetting players, etc., taking players out who are playing well. We're talking about Victor Wanyama here. But in any case, his wages seem to have been the thing that halted
The
it.
reports were that he wouldn't take a pay cut, and that was the stumbling block.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been some pay cut to join Celtic.
I would need to Tottenham probably pay about 70% or so.
Yeah, I think we could have really done with that sort of freshness, just to sort of make the squad a bit more vibrant.
What about Christian Atsu of Newcastle, who knocked us back an hour after we approached him?
Yeah, seemed like to fight for his place at Newcastle. I've not seen much Atsu personally.
Me neither.
You know, it's very much mixed opinion on him. Some people thought it would be a really good signing, a good competition down the flanks. Others thought, oh, no chance, don't want Atsu. Could have been a success, maybe wouldn't have been. I certainly wasn't crying when he turned us down. But in any case, when you look back to January 2019, I think you know you can say a lot for new energy in the team, because when we signed Timothy Weah, we signed Oliver Buck. Granted, those loan spells didn't end pretty well, but they started very positively.
Started really well. They gave us an injection that we needed.
And we went on a good run after that winter break. Don't really have that same injection this year, but then you could contradict that and say, well, we've returned for the break and we're scoring goals all over the place. So, but yeah, I mean, of course you're always wanting to make the squad a bit stronger during the transfer window. I'd have quite liked that. There's a couple of areas I would have liked to strengthen. Centre back, I've been crying out for one more of them, and a right winger for Forest I'd have quite liked too. So. Yeah, so certainly areas that disappointed me that weren't strengthened in, John. Don't know about you.
I was hoping, I think it was sort of a forlorn hope more than anything, that they were going to sort of make a sort of splash in the last day, but it was never really on the cards. I mean, I genuinely thought when we started covering it, like at 7 a.m. on Friday morning, I thought, well, we'll probably sign somebody like at 10 o'clock or something, like a loan deal. But then when Atsu turned us down, I thought, we're not going to sign anybody. And I thought, why don't we just say the business is shut?
Yeah.
That would have prevented probably the anger that I saw after on Twitter, like people were really angry that we never signed more players.
Yeah.
But I think that was a bit harsh. I mean, we spent 5.5 million on 2 players. I mean, hopefully there'll be good signings, and the team started well again. So overall, for transfer deadline day itself, I'd say 1 out of 10 because we didn't sell MD. But for the window itself, I'd say 5 or 6 out of 10. It wasn't brilliant, but it wasn't like a failure.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. 5 or 6 maybe for the whole window, 6 because we haven't sold anyone of real importance. Yeah, just there was some regrets I think at the end of the window, but it started okay since. So we'll see.
Yeah, but the most important thing was making sure that everybody stayed. Like we didn't sell Edward, we didn't sell McGregor. I mean, I'm sure teams were interested in them. A bit surprised that Craig Gordon didn't go to Hearts, I have to say. I know they wanted to sign him, but I think we were wanting Scott Bain. I think he's back. I think he's back.
Bain's back. Bain's in the squad.
So we could have sold him. So that's a bit of a weird one. But no, I mean, wasn't terrible. Wasn't great. I mean, and we've started off after the break well again. So we can forget about the Chelsea window finally after we spent over a month obsessing about who to sign.
Aye, I think I agree with you with the Gordon thing though. I'd quite like Gordon. They've got his move. I think he deserves one. But in any case, what can you do, John? Lennon wants to keep him, and that's down to the manager at the end of the day.
Right, so let us know what you thought of the transfer window and rate out of 10, and like and subscribe to the 67 Hail Hail YouTube channel.